Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. So today I'm playing in the Dina Wakley craft journal again. And I'm starting off with some mineral paint just on the middle of the page, trying to leave some of the lovely craft background showing through. Using one of Dina's brushes to spread that around. And then I'm using the mosaic circle stencil and some of the gloss sprays on there too. So I'm going in with some rainbow colours. Started off with ruby, and then I think I've used tangelo, then lemon. Sometimes they don't spray particularly well, they don't always cooperate, they do get clogged up a little bit, but that it is what it is with these sprays, and sometimes you can get quite a nice effect by just pouring them onto the page too. Then I've used, what's it called? Oh, lime, sorry, and sky. And then just lifting that bit up, I'm going to take a print off the stencil because there is so much of that beautiful colour on that stencil. That will make a great underpaper for something. Look at that, so pretty. And then I'm going to dry, I'm just wiping off the stencil because I am going to use it again, and I don't want those rainbow colours to kind of seep onto this other side of the page. So giving that bit a good dry, and then I'm going to finish off the rainbow colours on the other side. So once I decided where I was going to leave the stencil, then I'm using magenta and blackberry gloss sprays on the other end of the rainbow. And again, I'm going to take a print off that stencil. Don't want to waste all that lovely gloss spray. And you notice there, if you clean through, you can actually smudge some of it through as well. So next, I'm just going to bring those rainbow colours to life by using the Circles for Painting stencil and just adding some circles of the same colours onto the colour of the gloss spray that matches. I couldn't work out how to describe that, but you'll see what I'm doing here. So the orange circles are on the orange gloss spray and the red ones on the red, and so on. So just kind of adding some more pattern into the background, and kind of bringing those rainbow colours out a little bit more too. So I'm just using the same colours but in the acrylic paints. One of the things I like about this page is that you can still see some of the craft background, and one of the things I like about the craft journal is that the colours really seem to come alive against that lovely craft colour. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know, I really love how it works. So then once those are dry, I am just using a fine liner pen, and I'm just doing scribbly lines around the circles, just to bring those out from the background, make them more of a focal point. I'm not worrying about keeping these neat either, as it's nice to have a bit of a sort of sketchy, scribbly look. So then this is some collage paper also from Dina Wakley Media, some of the one with the text on. So I'm just going to be sticking some of this on over the top of the background that I've just created. I'm just using gel medium to stick this down as well. So I've gone for an odd number of pieces of collage paper on the background. And then I'm using some black, and I am using the Things That Grow mask and stencil set, and I'm stenciling some of those really cool botanical shapes onto the background using the black. So the black works really well against the bright colours because it's a great contrast, and you notice that it really pops against that bright background. So that one that I've just stenciled only has a really short stem, so I'm going to use can't remember what I did here. Just got some more paint out. I think it was the same paint, and I'm just going over those again because they weren't opaque enough. I wanted them to be really, really opaque so you couldn't see the background through. So a double layer of stenciling. And then if I remember, yeah, I was going to say if I remember right, I think I extended the stem of that flower using a Posca pen. So again, just stenciling some of these botanical shapes onto that background. It's quite a cool one, that one, isn't it? A bit unusual. And just having some of them sort of coming off the edge of the page too works quite well. And then just one coming in from the top, just to kind of balance the page. Okay, so again, just giving that a quick dry and going in with another layer of paint just to make that really opaque. I think this black paint that I'm using is a really cheap one that I got hold of, and it's not so opaque in just one layer. Sorry. So it works quite well to just do another one too. So next I'm going in with some white acrylic paint, and I'm using the same stencil, just using that little collection of dots on there too. You know how much I love to add dots onto my background, so this is a part of the stencil that really speaks to me. I find myself reaching for it quite a lot. And so I'm just adding some white dots onto the background again as another contrast with the bright colours and the black. It's great to add a bit of white onto a page as well. And then I am going in with my Signo Uniball in white. So the only thing with these pens is you have to make sure that what you're drawing on is really, really dry. Otherwise they can be super temperamental. I seem to have a couple of pens at the minute that are not really behaving all the time and can be a bit awkward, but it doesn't really matter. It just kind of makes it a bit more of a sketchy look. So just have to be prepared to kind of go with that really. So I'm not worrying and being too careful about where my lines are going. I'm just roughly sketching over the shapes. And then rather than stretching over the bit I've just drawn, just turning my book round so that I don't smudge it. And then I'm just using one of the quotes also from the Dina Wakley collage pack. It's from the text collage set, and I'm just going to be sticking that simple quote in place using some gel medium. So it's quite a bright, colourful, bold page really, but one where you can have lots of fun with the play of the contrasting black against the bright colours of the background. So it was a page that I really enjoyed doing. So then I'm just going back in with my Signo Uniball and just going in where some of those lines hadn't quite, I didn't feel they were white enough, and just adding a bit more depth to that white. Then I decided I would do some doodles on them too, so why not? So just going in on some of the shapes and just adding some extra mark making on there too. And that's something you can really have fun with. If you're not so sure about mark making, there is a course on my website at artjournallove.com called Make Your Mark, where you can have a play with mark making. So if you're not sure, go and check that out if you've not had a look already. Yeah, so that's really it for this page. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.